Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So, I mean, I know fucking, I don't have, I don't have the best social skills right now. But I can change. I'm all right with change, like especially when I put my mind to it and I really want to, and I have the intention to want to change and get better at things. Which at socializing I do. Like it's, I mean, it's really like it's a huge like the antisocialness that I've lived throughout my life. Like I just whenever I'm around people, especially people of like a good general vibe or like mind, whatever you want to call it. Like the feeling of just being around good people and socializing and speaking to each other and being real with our expressions and our emotions and like being a place to where you feel like people really care about you, like not like just where they care about you. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or but just that feeling alone, like being together with a group of people that you care about and care about you, like it is so powerful. It's so profound. It's like words don't even do it justice. And I forget. I have to keep reminding myself of how powerful that is because I've spent so much time on my own that I forget. How stimulating, like in a good way, in a healthy way, it can be around people. But at the same time, like the last experience I had was like I think it was about last year when I met when I went to a trip to Central Oregon and I met my dad's buddy's daughter who was getting married to a dude who's a really really awesome guy. I hope one day you guys get to meet him because he's very much in experience with spirituality. He holds like I think he holds or at least he helps out with like meditation classes. Like he's a leader, like in spirit. You can just see him, like the way we went out to dinner one of the nights one of the days when I was over there, and like he not only did he pay for everything, which is very generous, and very generous of him, and also just like that being able to afford that much, like he was like 10 of us, so it was a lot of money that he dished out there. But even more than those two things was how well he helped lead the party, and he took care of whatever needed to be taken care of right then and there. So a very good example of a leader. And so I'm hoping that one way or another, and he's also got a brother here too. And the brother actually lives here in Portland. His name is Mark too, which is kind of interesting. And then Daniel, the gentleman who I'm talking about, he I think they're living in Eugene, which is not too far away. But anyway, he's like they've been into the spirituality movement, and my dad's friend is somebody whom I've also known for a very long time, and I have a lot of respect for. And his daughter is somebody that I've known, pretty much, almost my whole life. I mean, we've only, we meet every now and then. Like I've met my dad's friend much more than I met the daughter, but she's pretty fucking cool too. Excuse my French. So, anyways, I look forward to sharing these people with you guys because they're just beautiful human beings with great souls and nothing but, I mean, I say nothing, but just a lot of love and good energy to share with the whole world. And it was upon meeting them and being around these people, like was it a year ago or was it 2 years ago? I forget, man. It was a while ago. I know it wasn't this last winter. It was at least a winter before that. I went there and spent a couple of days with them and just being around them in the moment, in the room, just hearing them talk and shit. Like there was probably a good, like they had family coming because it was like a wedding thing. Was it a wedding thing or was it a holiday? It might have just been a holiday thing, but I think they were planning on getting married at the time or something like that. I don't know. I forget the details, but anyways, it was them plus numbers of extensions of their family. We're all gathered together, and then me and my dad and his buddy and all of us gathered together in one central roof. And that feeling was so powerful in a positive way. Like it really changed me. Like from then on, I was like, I was motivated and inspired again to continue working on the project and making videos and sharing more and just to help get me out of my funk. So I know how powerful being in good company can be. And I also know what it's like to be alone and spend a lot of time on your own. So, but for me, like I know right now, like even speaking and all this type of shit, like I'm not the best. Like it's just being fucking real. But I can learn these things, and I do want to learn these things. So, if there was an opportunity presented to me to help, I mean that was more in line with being social and like engaging with people and interacting with people, I'd love to do so. Honestly, I'd love, like, I'll just be honest with you guys. Like, so Florida, like a particular person has been living in Florida for some time. I'm not sure exactly how long, but I know she's living there now, and something's changed in the past couple of days. And she's got some health issues and some things going on with her, and it's like, from my perspective, like, I feel like I could maybe help out the situation, and she can also help me out by providing social, just people to hang out with and talk to. And as far as the project's concerned, like, I've got pretty much tied up. Like, I really don't need much help from anybody else. Like, if they want to, that's fine, but I feel totally fine and confident with finishing it. So, like, I'm not expecting other people to help out or anything like that. And people can support at their own pace, because this is something that takes, so anyways, like, I'm not pushy at all about that. I do want to continue working on it, but I'm also willing to do whatever else needs to get done in order to help make things meet. So if I need to get like a second, small little job or something like that to help out, I'm more than willing to do so. Excuse me. I'd also love to cook. Like, I've been cooking more, like, which is good, because part of the project is cooking. So it's like, and I haven't been wanting to cook in a long time. It's only been my parents leaving, so just this past couple of weeks that I've decided to cook more. And in doing so, I've really enjoyed it. Like, there's a lot of, cooking is another form of art. So it's like, now that I'm getting a little more into my artistic side, I'm enjoying cooking more. And then you can also make things tasty and you put a lot of love in. Like, my old kitchen manager told me one of the best things, in regards to cooking, is just put love into it. If you put love into it, it's usually going to turn out tasting fucking good. So and I've been feeling a little bit more loving lately, so I've been just putting my love into my food and and it's just been a good thing. And I don't mind sharing that. Especially, I'm more keen on cooking meals that are healthy and tasty. So I'd love to cook, some good foods for a particular person if she wants to. I can also help clean up the house. I've never surfed before. I've done a little bit of body surfing and shit, but I'd love to learn how to surf. I grew up skateboarding in Phoenix, Arizona, so I can skateboard pretty good. But surfing's something I've never tried, but I'd love to learn how. And it's been a while since I've been on the beach. When I was in Florida last time, I didn't manage to get to the beach, so it was a little bit of a disappointment, but, so yeah, even like me just saying these things like feels kind of strange. It's like, who sets things up this type of way? But whatever, man. It's just the way I'm just rolling with it as best I can, and like, I just want to put myself out there to help a particular person out in whatever way I can, because I really feel like she's going through some serious shit, and I'm starting to feel like the health. It's more of like a serious health, potentially rather could be, if not already is, a serious health issue that she's got going on. I think. Not being able to breathe and the panic attacks, what I spoke about a few videos, like almost a week ago, I don't know how long ago it was, but a little bit ago, like, I'm starting to feel like, no, it's more of like, yeah, she does have anxiety, but there's also something physically going on with her, and she's been smoking a long time, and I know when I was drinking and smoking, like, that's one of the things that got me, wanted me to quit drinking, was I was literally having trouble breathing, and so, I'd love to help, anybody out who's in that type of situation. But, since, I'm seeing her and what she's going through and if like there's a possibility that, those type of things could work out, I'd love to do so. I really would. Because I got a lot of deep affection. Like, I really care about her. And, Akama too, and I've never met her sister, but I'm definitely curious to, if that were something that could happen, to meet her sister and her whole family, if that's a possibility. So yeah, just like this, I don't, I'm just spouting, for me, like, sometimes I feel like I'm jumping the gun with this shit. This is who I am. This is how I am. Like, I like to be forthcoming. I like to be open. I like to be honest with just ideas, and like, this little thing here with me having to watch the house is going to end soon. And, where I go from here is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the project by the time my parents get home, but it shouldn't be too much longer afterwards. And then once that gets done, I'm hoping to be able to, because part of the the project's going to need a vehicle. Like, and it's like, I'm going to need a vehicle, and like Little Bear, like, so I'm hoping that me being able to get a vehicle and some gear for myself is still something that can be done once the project gets to that point where it's the green light has been given, so I feel like I'm close to that, and if that were to happen, then that would provide a vehicle, and hopefully some means and some gear to go around. Then I'd love to like travel the country, with her, and just camp out at all different types of spots and stay where we can stay, and just just explore and just have fun and spread the message and continue to work on the project, and maybe take a little bit of a vacation, because it's a celebratory point, to get to that point to where I've reached this goal, to where now I've got these type of things coming in, like there's the future of this work that's going to get done, like that's huge, and to spend it with her, would be, and take a little bit along the road, and maybe I can pick up Joshua in New Orleans, and like there's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, so if that's something that she wants to be a part of, I'd love to share it with her, and Okama too, and like Emily, and whoever else is along, and gets along. So just saying, like, whatever flows well. I'm not trying to, like, for me it's like whatever works out, like for everybody, as long as everybody's cool and happy and harmonious, and like we're able to move in a progressive way, it's not us hurting and hating each other and all this type of shit, then I'm good. I'm pretty simple. I don't require much. Like, that's another thing too. Like, but in that too, like, because I've gotten so used to being alone, like, it's gonna take me a little bit of time to get used to being around people. Like, and like, that's one thing I remember the last time I was with a female in an intimate way. Like, it just takes some time. Like, just being that close to another person's energy, and like, it's just like I'm I want to learn, but just I am a little rusty, and it's like, sometimes you get so used to being on your own, and it can be kind of like not painful, but it can take some time to get used to being at that level of really opening up to where you truly feel like, good being around another person all the time. It's just going to take a little, just like working out. Like, when you haven't worked out in a while, like, it takes you a little bit of time to get back into a steady routine of working out, to where it starts to feel like good and easy and relatively natural, or just like something you're used to, you have a tolerance for. So right now I don't have much of a tolerance for other people, because I just haven't been spending much time with other people. But I'd love to get better at that. That's one of my top things that I want to get better at, is socializing. So yeah, all right, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.